Alright, you guys were saying that you wanted to see the inside of this engine. This is the one with 83,000 miles on it that I found in Arizona. And I just went ahead and ordered the engine and the transmission. I just got done doing the valve seals, the keepers, all that stuff. I'm not going to touch the exhaust manifolds because they look brand new still. Front cover's been resealed, valve covers have been resealed, crank seal has been done, water pump has been done. Now I've got the, you guys had a new transmission in it, newer transmission in it. Well, the transmission's separated now, and I've got the engine up in the air, oil pan off. Let me show you why I pulled the oil pan off. Not only to put a new gasket on it, because I'm regasketing the whole thing. Look what's inside here. See that right there? I dropped one of the keepers in here. Yeah, it went down the oil drain from the cylinder head right into the pan, and I was like, thank God, man. I would have been screwed if that wouldn't have happened that way. It's kind of neat how it happened, because it went straight through right into the oil pan, ding, and I heard it hit the oil pan, so I was like, oh, what a relief. Then I ordered a set of keepers for the entire engine, so I had extras, and went ahead and did keepers and valve seals and new grommets for the valve cover all the way down both sides. Come on. There that booger is, right there. You guys said you wanted to see how clean the inside of the engine is. Well, there you go. Clean. Very, very, very clean. So I'm going to finish getting it all cleaned up and get the new oil pan gasket and stuff put on and everything bolted back up. Well, everything is good so far. Engine is done. I need to get rid of that stock torque converter, and I've got a 3000 stall converter from Marty. You guys know him. He does the Marty tunes and stuff like that. I have a performance converter at the shop that I want to go in this transmission, because this transmission is like brand new. And yeah, I just felt a little froggy, so I went ahead and just stuck the engine in the car. These modular engines are extremely easy to just drop right in. So there she is in the car, and ready to continue putting her back together slowly, you know, little bit, piece by piece, a little here, a little there on the weekend, trying to balance out my family life and my home life, you know, or my family life and my hobby life, you know, not to try to take away too much from my family. But anyhow, she's coming together, y'all. I'm excited. I hope you are too. I know some of you, this has been a long time coming. Either I was going to do it or not do it. Well, I'm doing it. Thanks for watching the show as always. I appreciate you. I can't wait to get this girl back on the road and enjoying driving her. I don't know what I was thinking by selling the stuff and kind of going through a phase, trying to figure out where I wanted my life to go, and it wasn't about cars. But then I realized, you know, I'm not trying to build a 10-second car here. I'm trying to build a car that I can enjoy and cruise around in. It doesn't have to be a 600-700 horsepower vehicle. It just needs to be reliable and fun, and I can do that without superchargers and internals to the engine and stuff like that. Let's be real here. I'm 40 years old next year. I ain't got time to continue screwing around and wasting more and more money on cars. Even though I probably will, I shouldn't. Be blessed. I'll catch y'all later. Till next time. Adios.